In the summer of 1997, a truck driver named Daniel Reeves was crossing a remote stretch of highway in Nevada, about 60 miles north of Tonopah. It was 2:13 a.m. The road was empty. No headlights, no radio signal, just the low hum of his engine and miles of desert on both sides. Then he saw it. A town. Not a small roadside stop or gas station, but a full town, streetlights glowing, storefronts lit, cars parked neatly along the road. It looked alive. Daniel frowned. He'd driven this route for years. There was no town here. Still, curiosity got the better of him. He slowed down and turned onto the main road leading into it. Everything felt off. The lights flickered slightly, like they were running on unstable power. The buildings looked old, like something from the 1950s, and there wasn't a single person in sight. Not one. He parked near what looked like a diner. The neon sign buzzed faintly, reading Evelyn's. The door creaked open when he pushed it. Inside, the lights were on. Plates sat on tables, some half-eaten. A cup of coffee still had steam rising from it. Daniel froze. Someone had been here. Recently. "Hello?" he called out. No answer. He walked deeper inside. The kitchen door swung slightly, as if it had just been touched. But there was no one. No footsteps, no voices, no movement. Just silence. Then he heard something. A faint sound. Not inside the diner, but outside. Like a crowd. Murmuring. He rushed to the window. The street was still empty, but the sound was getting louder. Dozens of voices, maybe hundreds, all talking at once, but too faint to understand. Daniel's heart began to pound. He stepped outside. The sound stopped instantly. Complete silence. Then, every streetlight in the town went out at once. Darkness swallowed everything. Daniel didn't wait. He ran back to his truck, slammed the door, and turned the key. The engine struggled for a moment, then roared to life. He didn't look back. He just drove. When Daniel reported the incident the next morning, no one believed him. Police checked the area. There was no town, no buildings, no roads leading off the highway, just empty desert. They assumed he'd been hallucinating, maybe fatigue, maybe stress, but Daniel insisted. "It was real," he said. "I walked inside. I touched things." The police shrugged it off. Until 3 days later, another report came in. A couple from California had gone missing on that exact stretch of highway. Their car was later found abandoned, parked on the side of the road. Inside, everything was normal. Keys in the ignition, wallets untouched, phones still there. But the couple? Gone. The strange part, the driver's seat was pushed all the way back as if the driver had gotten out in a hurry, and written on the fogged-up windshield from the inside were 3 words. "They're still here." The case went cold. Years passed. People forgot. Until 2013. A YouTuber named Marcus Lane, who specialized in exploring abandoned places, came across Daniel's old story in a forum. Most people dismissed it. Marcus didn't. He decided to investigate. He drove out to the same stretch of highway, documenting everything. At first, nothing happened, just desert. Miles and miles of nothing. But around 2 a.m., his camera caught something. Lights. Faint at first, then clearer. In the distance, a town. Marcus couldn't believe it. He kept the camera rolling as he approached. "This is exactly what the story described," he whispered.
The footage shows him entering the town. Streetlights flickering, old buildings, cars parked, covered in dust. He laughs nervously. Okay, this is weird. He walks into a building, not a diner this time, but a grocery store. Inside, shelves stocked, but everything is expired, decades old. He picks up a can. Expiration date, 1956. Okay, this is staged. It has to be. Then the camera glitches, just for a second. When it comes back, Marcus is no longer in the store. He's standing outside, in the middle of the street, breathing heavily. I don't remember coming out here. The camera pans around. The street looks different. The lights are brighter now, and for a split second, you can see someone standing at the end of the street, watching him. Marcus doesn't notice, but the camera does. He starts walking towards his car. Then the sound begins. Voices, hundreds of them, whispering, layered, unintelligible. Marcus freezes. Do you hear that? The camera shakes slightly. The voices get louder, closer, surrounding him. Then they stop, all at once. Marcus slowly turns around. The street is empty, but the camera catches something again. For one frame, figures standing everywhere, lining the sidewalks, staring at him. Then, gone. Marcus runs. He reaches his car, jumps in, and starts the engine. As he drives away, the camera points forward and captures something chilling. At the edge of the town, there's a sign. Old, rusted, barely readable. It says, "Welcome to Evelyn." Then, underneath, faded but still visible, population 312. Marcus uploads the footage. It goes viral. Millions of views. People analyze every frame. And that's when they notice something. In the grocery store scene, when Marcus picks up the can, there's a reflection in the glass behind him. It's not his. It's a woman, standing right behind him, smiling. The video is still online today, but Marcus, he disappeared 2 weeks after uploading it. No trace. His apartment was found empty, camera equipment gone, computer still on. On the screen, a paused frame from his own video, zoomed in on the woman in the reflection, and typed in the search bar, Evelyn, Nevada, history, population 312, missing. Investigators later found a record, buried deep in old archives. There was a town called Evelyn, in Nevada, population 312. It existed until 1954, when, according to official reports, the entire town vanished overnight. No bodies, no signs of struggle, just gone. The government sealed the case. Cause? Unknown. But here's where it gets worse. Satellite images of the area taken over the years show something strange. At random intervals, there are structures visible, buildings, streets, a town. Then, in the next image, nothing, just desert. Some people believe Evelyn exists in a different time. Others think it's a mass hallucination, or something not human. But the most disturbing theory is this. The town never disappeared. It's still there, and every once in a while, it lets people in. If you're ever driving through the Nevada desert late at night and you see lights where there shouldn't be any, don't stop, don't turn, and whatever you do, don't listen to the voices.